When I was 4 years old, I had my first existential crisis. I was sitting on the toilet in the bathroom of my preschool. It's hard to describe the sensation, but it was like I realized that the person the world saw was just a vessel to hold my inner consciousness, and that people would only ever know the me that I decided to show on the outside. It created a kind of disconnect between my mind and body, almost like I saw myself from a third person perspective. Now, I promise the story will be important later, but first, I have to jump forward in time a bit. In elementary school, I did a lot of crying. I would cry over really little things like getting tagged in a game, getting a paper cut, or if a teacher got mad at me. I don't think I was ever that sad of a kid, but for whatever reason, whenever I felt even slight frustration, it would just be waterworks. It got to a point where the other kids in my class noticed. Some kids would ask me why I cry so much, and others would kind of just tease me. Now, I get it. They were also young kids, but when they did this, it just made me want to cry even more. This continued up until the start of middle school. Nothing really changed. Every time a tear rolled down my face, I would feel embarrassed and weak. Eventually, I decided that I was going to stop. I decided that I wasn't going to cry anymore. I'm not sure how I pulled this off exactly, but from then on, whenever I would feel negative emotions, I would completely ignore them. I would approach every obstacle with a purely logical mindset and bottle up any sadness and fear I felt. I kind of replaced all my feeling with a lot of thinking. And this did work somewhat. I went from crying several times a week to maybe once per year. I felt less pain and my overall levels of sadness went down. But what I didn't realize was the consequences it would have. Avoiding all my emotions took the soul out of me. While I felt less sad, I also felt less joy. And I lost interest in a lot of the things that once made me happy. And here's the part where my existential crisis on the toilet comes in. That disconnect from my mind and body that I was talking about earlier, it came back. It felt like without my emotions, I was coasting through life instead of actually living it. It left me in kind of a limbo state where all I would feel was numbness. Because I spent so much time in my own head while being so detached from the life I was living, it felt like I became an audience member in my own life. Or like I said earlier, like I was playing a third-person video game. This affected my relationships too. I think I came across as someone who just didn't care about anything and just a pretty uninteresting person in general. I was never really authentic because I was scared of being vulnerable. It always felt safer to go on autopilot and coast through everything rather than take the risk of feeling sadness and crying again. I think men and boys especially, but all of us are taught from a very young age that showing emotions is a sign of weakness. Being open about personal struggles is something that I've witnessed become very stigmatized. And it's really sad to me when I see others masking how they truly feel out of fear of social rejection. I think as a society, we need to be more accepting when people decide to be vulnerable, because it really takes a lot of courage. If you feel like you haven't allowed yourself to properly feel, I would encourage you to open up a bit. Even just talking to someone makes me feel so much better. And if you're worried about judgment, I think you'd be surprised. In my experience, most people really appreciate it when you trust them and feel comfortable enough to be open around them. And that's how you make real connections. After many years of stuffing away my emotions and living on autopilot, and a lot of self-reflection, I can tell you with confidence that it is always better to feel. All the negative emotions you feel are what makes you human, and the positive emotions are what make life worth living. Just like how there would be no mountains without valleys, your sadness is what allows you to be happy. So when you feel sadness, embrace it, acknowledge it. It's okay, bro, you're allowed to cry. Your emotions are valid. And when you feel happiness, celebrate. Alright, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and hopefully we can have a little bit of a conversation. Also, let me know if you have any ideas that you would like to see me do for future videos. But yeah, that's about it. I'll see you all in the next one.